Welcome manufacturers to this essential presentation. Today, we are diving deep into a topic of utmost importance for your business, the mandatory BIS certification for insulated flasks, bottles, containers for domestic use, and portable water bottles. Get ready as we explore the critical steps to ensure compliance and excel in the market. Welcome to MindSync, your compliance guard. I'm Baston Benny, and you're watching MindSync's BIS series. MindSync is a professional organization providing compliance, consulting, and advisory services. The government has issued 2 quality control orders. You need to be aware of 4 Indian standards. The first one pertains to potable water bottles Quality Control Order 2023, while the remaining 3 are related to insulated flask, bottles, and containers for domestic use Quality Control Order 2023. Now let's begin by discussing the Potable Water Bottles Quality Control Order 2023. This standard governs potable water bottles made from copper, stainless steel, and aluminium. Aluminum bottles, in particular, come in various coatings, including anodized, hard anodized, and coated. These standards also apply to the accessories you choose for your potable water bottle. Consider whether your product will include auxiliary closures, cord chains, shoulder straps or cords, or levers for regulating flow. Next, tests. We'll simplify the testing procedure for you. For each material, we'll draw samples at their maximum capacity, covering all tested capacities and materials for the bottles. Additionally, when dealing with aluminum bottles, if they have coatings, we'll test separate samples for each coating type to include all coating variations. Moreover, if we test a product variety with a specific accessory, we can include product varieties without that accessory without the need for separate testing. Moving on, we've covered the first quality control order, but there's more. The government has outlined a series of tests for potable water bottles. It's important to note that these tests are indicative, not exhaustive. Let's look into the next quality control order, which applies to insulated flasks, bottles, and containers for domestic use. We'll take a closer look at all 3 categories. First, we have insulated flasks for domestic use. This standard outlines the minimum requirements for the flask. Designed to store and keep hot and cold liquids at the desired temperature for drinking purposes. Material. For these flasks, the inner container must be constructed from stainless steel, while the outer container may be crafted from either stainless steel or plastic. This adherence to specific materials ensures the quality and functionality of these essential products for everyday use. Size. The mouth portion typically includes 2 variants, a wide mouth measuring above 45 mm and a narrow mouth measuring 45 mm and below. Nominal capacity. You'll need to add room temperature water to the inner container until it's 10 mm below the lowest point of the inserted closure while the container is in an upright position. Next, we will look into the requirements. For the inner container, use stainless steel of at least grade 304 as per Indian Standard 5522. For the outer container, if the flask capacity is less than 1000 ml, ensure a minimum thickness of 0.3 mm. For flasks with a capacity of 1000 ml and above, maintain a minimum thickness of 0.4 mm. For the plastic casing, choose food-grade plastic with a thickness of at least 1.5 mm, and it must be free from bisphenol A, BPA. The stopper for the inner container should be made of non-toxic and food-grade material. The auxiliary closure, which can also be used as a drinking cup, must be made of non-toxic, food-grade material. The following tests would be conducted to ensure the quality and safety of insulated flasks for domestic use. Next, let's explore domestic stainless steel vacuum flask, bottle. Vacuum. Domestic stainless steel vacuum flask, bottle is a stainless steel container consisting of 2 stainless steel containers with vacuum in between. Normally the mouth portion of the flask, bottle may be narrow or wide for storage or transporting of hot and cold liquid used for drinking. Next, let's talk about the size and volume capacity, which are similar to what we discussed earlier. Let's move forward and take a deeper look at these 4 crucial requirements that must be fulfilled. For inner containers, the material must be stainless steel grade 304 or higher according to Indian Standard 5522. And for outer containers, the minimum thickness is 0.3 mm for flasks under 1000 ml and 0.4 mm for flasks with 1000 ml and above capacity. For the stopper, it should be made of non-toxic, food-grade material, and the auxiliary closure, which also doubles as a drinking cup, must also be non-toxic and food-grade material. Here are the tests for domestic stainless steel vacuum flasks, bottles, but please note that these are only indicative and not exhaustive. As we proceed deeper into our exploration of mandatory certifications, we now turn our attention to the final standard, insulated containers for food storage. This standard is quite straightforward. It sets out the fundamental requirements for insulated containers designed to maintain the temperature of hot and cold food items. These containers are specifically intended for domestic use, with a nominal capacity of up to 20 liters. Moreover, these insulated containers must meet rigorous quality standards. They should be perfectly clean and free from any imperfections like dents or wrinkles, which are often found in materials like plastics, polymers, and stainless steel. If you are uncertain about the materials used, whether it's plastic, steel, or something else, please pay close attention to the following points. These are the requirements that need to be fulfilled. Also note that, for the silicone gasket, it should be visually examined and found free from blisters, pinholes, cracks, and embedded foreign matter. As we conclude, let's dive into the testing procedures for insulated containers for food storage. It's essential to understand that these tests serve as indicators and may not cover every possible scenario. If your business requires certification and licensing under any BIS scheme, MindSync is here to assist. Let us take the lead in handling your certification needs, ensuring a smooth journey through compliance. Stay tuned for our next insight on the BIS series. Thank you.